Hey guys, it's time to take a look at some real abandonware. Today I'm going to talk about the Prince of Qin, isometric action RPG game made in unusual setting of ancient China. You probably never heard about this one, and honestly, I managed to forget about it myself. I remembered about it when I accidentally saw screenshots from this game a few weeks ago, and it's actually an important memory for me, because Prince of Qin is one of the first PC games I've ever played. So yeah, it was an easy choice for the next reinstall video. It was published in 2002 by Strategy First and developed by Object Software. Interesting thing that the developer studio is actually based in China, so you can be sure that they got the setting right. Unfortunately, as I've already said, it's basically an abandonware and it's not available in digital storefronts, so it's not that easy to get it legally. And considering that the developer hasn't released single-player games since 2004 and fully focused on online gaming for their local market, I'm afraid we won't ever see an official re-release of this game, so get the retail version somewhere. Okay, before we talk about the game itself, I will go deep into technical stuff, because as you can expect from the PC game from the early 2000s, it has issues. I know for some people it might be boring to listen about this stuff, so I will put a timestamp in the comments to this video, so you can skip this part if you want to just hear about the game itself. But for those who want to know about how to run this game on modern hardware, here is how I've managed to fix it. If you'll manage to get your hands on the retail version of Prince of Qin, you'll probably install it with that nostalgic autorun application. Have I ever told you how much I love those old CD installers? And this one even has the reinstall option, though it's not doing anything, not even an error message or black screen. Anyway, the retail version actually runs fine on Windows 10 with the latest updates, though the game uses ancient codec for playing videos like this pre-rendered intro that you can see right now. You won't be able to install that codec because of security and compatibility issues, but you can watch those videos in the games folder with any video player. The situation is much worse when it goes to the settings. Prince of Qin has a very limited set of video and audio options and supports only ancient 1024 by 768 resolution at best. I've managed to find an FOV fix in order to play the game at native resolution, but after replacing the exe file, it refused to launch. While trying to figure out why I replaced exe file asking for some new DLL files, I've noticed that there is a patch that will update the game to 1.30 version, and indeed, updating the game to the latest version fixed the DLL error, and I finally launched the game in my native resolution, only to see that graphics don't render properly after the loading screen. I could only hear sounds but couldn't see anything.
Who is hiding there? Come out now!
Yeah, what a great start. It took a few more minutes to guess that this issue might happen because of my display scaling settings. So if you have scaling options set above 100%, then go to the game's exe file properties, open compatibility tab, then press change high DPI settings button and check override high DPI scaling behavior checkbox. And voila, the game finally worked in my native resolution. Though still not without issues. Zoom-in option is broken and UI, for obvious reasons, doesn't have any scaling options, so text and interface look tiny at any resolution above 1080p. So, we finally managed to more or less fix the game. Time to talk about what's so special about it. As I've said, it's set in the final years of the Qin dynasty, the first dynasty of Imperial China. Story and world are one of the best parts of Prince of Qin, because such setting is quite rare in games, especially in single-player RPG games with English localization. Though don't expect much in this regard, the English voice acting is not the strongest side of this game.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, I'm a hunter in this village, and my name is Zhao Tian.
No wonder you are so good at Kung Fu. I don't think I can be your peer.
As for the gameplay, it's pretty much what you can expect from isometric RPG from 2000s. You explore locations, talk with NPCs, and occasionally fight enemies in real time with pause combat. Don't worry, it's not like Diablo, you just click once at the enemy and your party will automatically attack the target until it's dead. Though your party and enemies AI and pathfinding are far from best, so combat in this game is kinda chaotic. There is a crafting system, you can create weapons and armor by combining crafting materials that drop from the enemies. But don't expect to see any social skills. It's an action-oriented RPG, so there's no such things as lockpicking or persuasion. From what I've played so far, Prince of Chin looks like a very linear game. There's a lot of cutscenes and I haven't seen any meaningful choices yet, though there are side quests and I've read that the game has multiple endings that depend on the quests that you have completed during your playthrough. I can't confirm that yet, since this is not a review but just a quick look at this game. I don't know if I will make a review on Prince of Chin. I have strong nostalgic feelings about this game, but I was too young and it was too complex for me back in days, so I never finished it before. And I can't say that I've enjoyed playing it much now, after a few hours. Yeah, I love the setting of ancient China and the story is intriguing, but the gameplay itself is not very complex and interesting. Well, if you are in the mood for old school isometric RPG gameplay, then Prince of Chin is a decent choice, but for everyone else I'm not sure I can recommend this game, especially considering technical issues and how hard it is to get it. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and if you know more about RPG games set in ancient China, please tell me about them in the comments. I only know about this game and Gujian series, but I would love to check out more games based on this setting.